Quit smiling, hip hop isn't dead. It's just been a morning from the moment I quit recording.
Close names, blue light as he speed past the stop sign. Down his mom because he wrong, she's so right, so right.
What is up, everybody? It's gonna say back with another reaction video. So I really need to start counting what part I'm on because is this one part 5? I'll go back and I'll put it in the title of the video what part it is. But yeah, I'm going to be reacting to Notepad by NF today. Because like I said, I'm going through his NF journey again. And this is one of the songs I don't remember actually listening to. I must have listened to it like once when I went through his journey the first time. Because I don't remember this song. So I'm excited to see what I think about it. I'm excited to see if I can dissect any lyrics, break down anything. Let's just get straight into it.
You and I, we've been through a lot together. And I look back and I appreciate all the times that we had together. You know? I remember just...
He's wearing a white hoodie. He is wearing a white... Have I ever seen him wear a white hoodie? Have you ever seen him wear a white hoodie? This is crazy. This is crazy.
we had together. You know? I remember just going down in my room and, trying to deal with some things. And you've always been there for that. Always. Just me and you. You and I been best friends ever since I was a young kid. Everything we did,
So he could either be talking about a brother or like a childhood friend, because like with a sibling you can always say, oh, you are my best friend, and he says you and I have been best friends ever since we were younger, and I think they've obviously gone, but it looks like, I don't know yet. Let's just keep going.
You and I been best friends ever since I was a young kid. Everything we did, where's time went? Got a lot of years coming up ahead of us, and ever since we met, I knew we'd get somewhere. But the fact is, I ain't really know when. I don't really know how either, but I can feel the goosebumps, my skin right in. I've been waiting for the moment. You and I can make it happen. A lot of people thinking we ain't gonna make it rapping. I ain't got a problem with them though. That don't even matter. We ain't looking for the people trying to say that we the baddest. No.
It says a lot of people thought we couldn't make it happen about this rapping, but he's basically just saying I don't care what they say. And he said that a lot in his old music, saying that so many people put him down about rapping, yet he never cared what they thought. And that's the only way you're going to keep going forward, if you don't care what people think about you. And I like this concept of him reading from a notepad, like how the title's called, Notepad. I like that concept because it's almost like he's talking about how him and this friend used to write down their feelings and whatever they thought in notepads, and now he's by himself writing down his feelings and what he thought about him in his notepad, which he's now reading off of.
Ain't gonna make it rapping, I ain't got a problem with them though. That don't even matter, we ain't looking for the people trying to say that we the baddest. No, I never like that, came a long way, never did it for the money. We ever make it big, I'ma give it to the family. Looking back now, everything is looking funny. You and I in the room writing, up late when the mood strikes us. We don't care if they do like us, writing songs for the haters we ain't even got yet. Freestyling, somebody turn the mic up. Talking about things we don't really understand. Talking about things we don't really comprehend. Me and you trying to get it, we ain't quitting to the end. Now I'm standing on stage trying to give it to the fans.
Does he talk about this person? I'm sure this... I don't know if he spoke about this person before in the rest of his music. Let me know if I'm wrong, because I don't actually remember him talking about somebody else that he used to be like partnered with in his rest of his music. Is this like the only video that he talks about him? Which I kind of like, because it gives us just that slight bit of an insight onto how he started his career. That him and his friend used to go into the basement and write lyrics. Did he even say basement in his song? I think I just made that up.
We ain't quitting to the end. Now I'm standing on stage trying to give it to the fans. We took that karaoke machine from my room and we put it up to the CD player and played the instrumentals, and man, we've come a long way. A long way. I made a lot of mistakes.
The idea of this camera that's going around him and around him. He's writing his lyrics, he's putting them onto this big pile of paper, and it's showing how quick time's going whilst he's writing these lyrics.
We've come a long way. A long way. I made a lot of mistakes. You've been there for the whole thing. Help me with the drama. Rapping in the car outside daily. We don't care if it's a winter, we don't care if it's a summer. I remember writing raps with the curse words. I just wanna hear it, seems like everybody does it. Did it for a while, wasn't into all the cuss was in real life, yeah.
Did you hear that? Remember when I used to go through writing cuss words because everybody did it? So I went through that stage as well. And then I realised I didn't like doing this. I didn't like cussing in my lyrics. It wasn't who I was. So then I went to go find who I was. And then from then onwards, he has not swore in his music. I love that. In Mansion, he spoke about how he couldn't find himself and he decided to forget about it instead. And then when things didn't go right, he got angry with it. But now in Notepad, which is further on from Mansion, he talks about how he found himself in a bit of his music. Everybody has a piece of themselves in their music, and for him, his was not cussing, his was being real.
Did it for a while, wasn't into all the cussing, tried to find who I was, being everything I was in real life, yeah. Got a lot of anger, you know where I'm at, put it all over the pages and wrote it in a rap, said that we could be amazing if I give us a chance. Now I'm looking around like, yeah, look at where we at, look at where we at now. We ain't made a chap, but they can hear us in the background coming. Some are gonna hate it, some are gonna love it. I'ma put it in his hands and let God do the judging, yeah.
That's the thing. He says, I've got a lot of haters. And then he talks about his music, says, some are gonna hate it, some are gonna love it. But God can judge it. Everything you do, no matter what it is, you could be an artist, like singer, painter, you could have your own business. You could be anything. No matter how good you think you are, people are gonna hate it, people are gonna love it. That's just what life is. He said people hate him, but he didn't care about that. He just wanted to see what God did, what God thought of it. And he's carried on, and now look how big he is.
I'm coming, some are gonna hate it, some are gonna love it. I'ma put it in his hands and let God do the judging, yeah. Remember me and you, always had you in the backpack, took you into school, writing on you like it's nothing. A lot of people in the room see me scribble on the page, but they ain't got a clue, no, they ain't got a clue. We at the beginning, hoping someday you and I can say we made it and we did it. You ain't nothing but a notepad, told me who you kidding. I'm just running out of space, I'll be back in a minute, turn the page on me.
What was that? You were nothing but a notepad to me.
Ain't got a clue, no, they ain't got a clue. We at the beginning, hoping someday you and I can say we made it and we did it. You ain't nothing but a notepad, told me who you kidding. I'm just running out of space, I'll be back in a minute, turn the page.
You were nothing but a notepad to me. Who am I kidding? I was just running out of space.
2 very boring minutes later.
Always had you in the backpack, took you into school, writing on you like it's nothing. A lot of people in the room see me scribble on the page, but they ain't got a clue, no, they ain't got a clue.
Oh my days. No way. Have I just... He's not talking about a real person. I think. It's going to be so embarrassing if I actually got this wrong, but is he actually... He's not talking about a real person. He's talking about his papers, his notebook being his partner during all this. He says here, I used to take you to school. Oh my God, as if. He says, I used to take you to school. I'd be writing on you in class. And it said people would just think that people didn't have a clue what you were doing because he was just writing on this paper all the time because he was writing lyrics. And he says they thought you were nothing but a notepad to me.
Ain't know you like it's nothing. A lot of people in the room see me scribble on the page, but they ain't got a clue, no, they ain't got a clue. We at the beginning, hoping someday you and I can say we made it and we did it. You ain't nothing but a notepad, told me who you kidding. I'm just running out of space, I'll be back in a minute, turn the page on me. You know what's crazy is,
Wow.
it just started as something that was an escape for us, you know? And now I look around and there's a lot of people out there going through the same things, you know, we've been through. And now this music we write is actually making an impact. It's crazy.
Yeah. I didn't expect this music to actually make an impact, he says. He says, this was just a hobby to me. This was just something I love to do. And how far he's come from this. How much of an impact he's made on people. His real music has stopped so many people from doing bad things in their lives. That's how important music is, and the fact that he can be one of those people to say, I have made this impact on everybody else. I love that.
Through. Now this music we write is actually making an impact. It's crazy.
This idea of him using the voice memos in his music as well, I like that. I like how it breaks it up, but it doesn't break it up for you to feel like, oh, he's kind of killed the song. It breaks it up in a way that it makes you feel the music more, because you're listening to what he's saying and then you listen to his voice memos as well and you're thinking, wow, he's almost explaining in his voice memos what he's kind of trying to say. And I love this idea of the personification that he's used in his music, The idea of he's talking about a notepad this whole time. But throughout the song, he made it like it was his best friend. Like he was actually talking about a childhood friend. I was sitting there thinking, oh, poor guy's talking about a brother or a friend that's gone. No, he's talking about his notepad. He's talking about how this notepad was with him right from the start, where he used to jot down all his feelings, where he'd take it with him wherever he went. Wow. Such a simple beat.
And that's real music.
That was an ending. He ended it with NF Real Music. His music is almost like a series. You slowly, after every song, you go into more depth of his mind, into more depth of him and who he is. And I kind of like how he could kind of end all his songs with NF Real Music, and it could almost be like an end of a series. I love that. I think if he did that, that would be so clever. Wow. That is the end of my reaction though, guys. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up button, because I've noticed these songs, these like earlier songs of NF, don't do too well with YouTube. YouTube does not like them at all. So the views aren't that good in it. So the only way to get into algorithm was with a thumbs up button. So if you want to be so kind, give it a thumbs up. And hit subscribe if you want to just follow me on the rest of the NF journey. It's nice to just go over all his songs again. He is one of my favourite artists. But yeah, bye.
What comes next? Blue light as he speed past the stop sign. Now his mom because he wrong and she's so right. So they say